Hello Capricorn, Elsie here with a bonus read. How are you, Cappies? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Capricorn, I'm here to do a bonus read for you. I just wanted to say thank you for all the ways you've been loving on this channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for being in the comments, for your clicks, for your views. I do appreciate you. So if you've been here before and you are my ride or die Capricorn, you know that I read for the current or the future energy in the bonus reads. I do not intend on going into the past energy. If it shows up, I will, of course, acknowledge it, but because that's my job, but I'm not going to dig into anything back there. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Hey, if you're a Capricorn and you're just rolling up on all these shenanigans, welcome here. I hope you'll stay. There is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner if you're interested in staying. And don't forget, there is a private reading sale. You'll find all of those details, 10% off. You'll need the coupon code in the pinned comment below this video at the top of all the comments. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. We do have the Chariot. Something's about to speed up here. Something's about to pick up speed or move forward. Maybe something that had been stuck previously. It feels like you're coming more into balance, I want to say. You've got, you know what it is? I feel like with this sword in the hand of the charioteer, it feels like somebody is standing in their power. It feels like I'm now balanced. I'm now going to say what I've got to say. Whenever a sword is in the air, it's because I've got something to say. And it feels like whatever you've got to say, I feel is going to move things forward here. Tell me more. We've got the Emperor. You're taking charge of everything, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. I feel like you are in this sturdy, stable energy. And it feels like you have decided, I'm not taking anything from anyone anymore. You guys are now going to sit down and listen to me. It feels like, Capricorn, it feels like you're in charge, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. The Emperor is masculine leaning, but also has feminine energy. We do have Chariot, which is Cancer energy. We have Aries energy here. Tell me more. Yeah, feels like sit down. It's my turn. Now I'm about to speak. We've got the Sun. We've got Capricorn energy here. Of course, Taurus and Virgo, because this is a general reading. We've got Leo energy. We've got, ooh, the High Priestess. I feel like you go from being very silent to saying, nah, brah, sit down. I got something to say, and I'm tired of sitting here and listening to you spout off. It feels like this charioteer with the sword, the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth, the sword of triumph, the sword of clarity. You're tuning somebody in, and I feel like it's because you're now on the throne. You're now taking charge of your life, of your situation, of whatever it is. It feels like you go from. I feel like this is almost like a preparatory state, like the High Priestess tells me that you were preparing. And it feels like we go from being silent to being in this pre-Empress energy, being in this energy of acting as though you were. And I feel like you end up being in the shoes of the Emperor here. It feels like you're feeling defensive, or you're feeling like you need to be battle ready, that some sort of battle might be showing up here. I feel like somebody's had a breakthrough is what it feels like. It feels like there's a Capricorn who is being very quiet, who's being very, I wouldn't say subservient, but maybe serving others, that you're a person who is always taking care of others, serving others, making sure everyone else had what they need. Somebody is over it. That's what it feels like, Capricorn. I feel like you are over it. The Sun is here with the Chariot, and things are about to go your way. I feel like you have balanced your feminine and masculine energies, and I feel like with the Chariot being Cancer energy, no one suspects it. You could have a Cancer placement, you could have a Pisces placement, Aries possibly, Taurus or Virgo, maybe a Leo placement, but it feels like nobody's expecting this from you, and all of a sudden, there's a boom, a burst of energy, and the Eight of Wands appears, and I feel like you are about to tune some people in. You're about to take charge of the situation here. It does feel like it's something that you had to work up to, I'm going to say. It's something that you've been thinking about. It's been giving you nightmares. You're like, I've got to take charge of the situation. And it feels like it's something that was really sort of gurgling under the surface or terrorizing you in your dreams. Or it was like, I'm not really sure how this is going to show out. You can see this person here is, sitting there and worrying. Yeah, it feels like It feels like you've been worrying or waiting, sitting in this Nine of Swords. Look, the reason people sit in the Nine of Swords is because the Ten of Swords is a terrible, awful, hurtful, betrayed place to be, right? It can be really hard to release something. And so a lot of people stay in the Nine of Swords, looking at the past, having anxiety about the future, knowing that they need to make a move of some sort, but it isn't until the Ten of Swords shows up and the end of the cycle comes that we're able to move forward. But look, there's a sword in the hand of the charioteer. So I feel like the 10 swords are here, and finally, whatever was gurgling under the surface comes to the surface, and the sun shows up and boom, you're in everybody's face. It feels like you're feeling better, or you're feeling like you can deal with things now. It's feeling like you can let things go. I'm no longer going to let fear hold me back here. I feel like it's something to do with finances as well. Maybe people were taking advantage of you financially. We have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is moving really, really slow. And I feel like that's what you were doing, is you're trying to be honest, truthful, and practical. You're trying to be patient. You were trying to be patient with people until it came to a point in your Pentacle world where this is the moment that I need to make a decision. 2 Pentacles are here. I need to make a decision. I can no longer remain silent. It's time for me to take charge. We have the 2 of Cups. The thing is I feel like it's going to be a sticky situation because you're dealing with someone that you have love for, whether it's romantic or platonic love. It feels like you are dealing with somebody that you do have love for, somebody who's disappointed you or broken your heart, and you didn't say anything, and they kept disappointing you and breaking your heart, and you kept silent. But I feel like it's almost like it was in a power-up situation. It's like you weren't ready to say it, so you didn't say it. And that's the truth of it, right? We can't say it until we're ready. Can't push ourselves into these situations. I feel like you were very planned and very strategic and very organized at the way you decided to take over the throne. I think one day the throne was empty, and then all of a sudden one day Capricorn was sitting there, and everybody's going, wait a second, how did that happen? Like, how did that happen? Because the 8 of Wands is here. Tell me about the 8 of Wands, please. They didn't expect it of you because you were the person who was in self-sacrifice mode. You were sacrificing yourself. You were surrendering to the universe. But now you've got a different perspective because the 10 swords is here. Now you've got a different perspective of, wait a second, they were taking advantage of me. I can't let them take advantage of me anymore. You've spent this time in hermit energy. It does feel like somebody here was, the high priestess and the hermit here, was gaining, it does feel like a power up. I was listening to my intuition. I was learning lessons. I was gaining wisdom. I was finding my light. And people took your kindness for weakness, or the fact that you weren't ready to stand up or speak up. They took that as weakness. But what you were doing is you were powering up under the surface. You were getting comfortable with your intuition. You were getting comfortable with trusting yourself and learning things, gaining wisdom. Tell me about the hermit. We have 3 of Wands. You were waiting for the right moment is what you were doing. And then all of a sudden you're sitting in the throne here and people are like, what, how did that happen? I feel like you're about to tune in a bunch of people, maybe even one, but it could be a few. It feels like you're about to tune in some people or a person who's been possibly taking financial advantage of you for a while. And they thought that you weren't going to say anything. Like the Emperor is sitting on the throne because of the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a place where, you know, we've come across some sort of imaginary finish line. It's like prior to the 6 of Wands is the 5 of Wands. That's the place of lack. It's a place of holding back. It's a place like, you know, maybe I can't do it. Maybe there's too much competition. So this is a place coming from hardship. Is what it is. And nobody expected that you would come out of this hard cycle of silence and suffering in silence, and all of a sudden you're sitting on the throne making judgments of everybody. I think that you, Capricorn, it sort of sounds like you. It's the sneak attack is what it is. Nobody expects it of you because you're always, I don't think that you're compliant, but I feel like you're the one who's always there for everybody. You're the one who's always planning for everybody, who's always taking care of everybody, doting on everybody, right? And I don't think that anybody expected for you to stand up and say, no, it's my turn. It's my turn now. You guys can sit down. it's my turn. The world is here. Nah, bro, forget it. I'm not doing this. This is an accomplishment for you. This is like you standing in your power finally. This is an accomplishment. It's like, am I reading this? Yeah, I'm reading this on 12/12. This is a 12/12 portal energy, is what it feels like. Somebody here is standing up and saying, no, you can't do that to me anymore. I'm closing the chapter. I've made my decision. I've had enough of you, and it's in my hands now. Tell me more. We've got the Six of Cups. You could be saying this to your family. It could be the family has been taking advantage of you financially in your pentacle world. Maybe they've been couch surfing, living in your house, the pentacle things, right? Maybe taking advantage, I feel, until you finally make the decision that my happiness counts. And the Nine of Wands tells me you've had enough. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is telling me, I can't let this happen anymore. These people are exhausting me. They're watching me work myself into the ground while they're using my money, using my facility, using my car, using my house. Like it feels like you have been, they feel like they can just walk in and take advantage of you until you end up sitting as this emperor here. I feel like you're standing up and saying, no, I'm not going to allow you to do this anymore. You guys are breaking my heart. You really don't care. It feels like could be a family situation. It could be friends. It could be a soul tribe. Take it as it resonates for you. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Six of Swords. So for some of you, this is a soul tribe situation. It's like a situation where you were the person who always throws the party. You always bring the drinks. You always cook all the food, and they come and they eat and they drink your liquor, and then they go home and they leave you with a mess. Like it feels like it could be a soul tribe. It feels like with the Nine of Cups here, it feels like it's time for my happiness. Nine of Wands is in the reverse. No more exhaustion, no more overworking myself, no more being afraid and hiding behind the fear wall, hiding behind my silence here. You're only going to push Capricorn so far before they're going to back you up against the wall and say, no more. They're very patient, right? The earth signs are very, very patient, and they will only take so much before they start to take the power back. And I feel like you've taken the power back. So I feel like this King of Wands energy tells me that you get this burst of energy. You stand up with this fiery attitude, right, Aries? And you stand up with the fiery attitude and say, look, you guys come to my place, you party, you drink, you eat my food. Two of Pentacles is here. I need to make a decision. I can no longer support this. You guys just walk in, do what you want, take my things, eat my food, and I'm just not dealing with that anymore. It feels like it took you a very long time to stand up and say this. The Six of Swords tells me you're over it. You're over it. This is chaotic. I'm not doing this anymore. You finally stood up and said, no, you can't do it anymore. I feel like being in the Nine of Wands in the reverse takes the pressure off, I want to say. The Three of Cups is here. It's like the celebration, the exhale, right? It feels like the Nine of Wands being in the reverse is taking the pressure off. Everyone else is not in a good mood, though. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 Cups is here. And so not everybody is going to be happy. Tell me about this Three of Swords, please. They didn't think you'd ever call them out. They thought you were just going to keep giving. Two of Wands. Yeah, they thought you were going to continue to hold back. They had no idea you were preparing to say something. Yeah, they couldn't see it coming here with the moon energy. Things weren't as they seemed. You were holding back and not saying anything, but really, strength is about keeping the sword in the sheath, right? You don't necessarily let them see you use the sword. Then they start to get comfortable around you until you raise the sword to the air and start speaking something and saying, look, you can't do this anymore. This is my money. I'm the one who made the money. This is my legacy. This is my house. This is my long-term financial life. And I'm not doing this with you guys anymore. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. There it is. You stand up for yourself. Knight of Wands is here. Brave, standing up for yourself. Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands. You stand up for yourself and you break through the silence of the Seven of Swords. It's like they were being underhanded. They were being deceitful until they realized that you were in this King of Swords. Oh my goodness. King and the Queen of Swords is here. So, Oh boy, look at that. King, Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. You really gave them big guns. It feels like you just stood up and said, look, you guys are a bunch of liars. You guys are just taking things from me. It almost feels like somebody here, yeah, it feels like this became very burdensome here. The Seven of Swords feels like people were deceiving you, like they were taking things from you. Like, oh, can I borrow this? I'll bring it back. Can I borrow the lawnmower? I'll bring it back. Can I borrow your car? I'll bring it back. Like, that's what it feels like here, but that never happened. And so it feels like with the King and the Queen of Swords here, with the Five of Swords, that you figured it out. You figured it out and you said, look, this is too chaotic. I'm not doing this anymore. This is not your comfort zone. It's time for you guys to go. Yeah, I feel like it's being very honest, very truthful, being head over heart. I feel like you're making some really hard cuts right now. It feels like coming up, if it's not right now, coming up, you're going to be making some really hard cuts. It feels like you have to go at this as a head over heart thing. The Five of Swords is telling me that I don't agree with what you're doing. And you guys have been keeping things from me. You guys have been lying. And you keep saying that you're going to replenish, but you don't. You just keep taking and you're not giving back. So I feel like you start as liberating yourself with the Queen of Swords here, but you move into the King of Swords energy pretty quickly because you're showing up as the Emperor here, as somebody who's just not taking it anymore. This is my empire. I'm taking my empire back. You guys can go. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Kind of like that. A little bit badassy, I'm just saying. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Capricorn. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. See you later. Love you. Bye.